What is up, true believers? Bill Monty here once again, and I have once more been into my fortress of solitude, opened that dusty long box. Dust flew everywhere because this was hidden way back in a corner. This box hasn't been opened since Irving Forbush was a little baby, and I found some great, great comics. However, the catch on these are that they were some of my favorite comics, but the value, as I look online, really not much at all. But I'd love your thoughts, so put the comments down below. And remember, hit that subscribe or follow. It really helps my station. Thanks, I appreciate it. First up, I'm a big lover of Godzilla, and I wish I had those Marvel comics that were drawn by Herb Trimpe back in the 1970s. I don't, but I did find Godzilla, King of the Monsters from Dark Horse, and this is number 0. Unfortunately, this book seems to sell only for about $6, somewhere to $6 to $20. So while I love the comic and I love the monster, this is a particularly good issue, it doesn't have a lot of value. So that's depressing. But sometimes it's not all about money. It's about the wonder that these books can bring you. Next up, after Cable was introduced, we had to get rid of the New Mutants to start X-Force. So the last issue of the New Mutants, number 100. You can see I paid $2.50 for this way back when. It's in really great condition. However, again, this isn't selling for a whole lot. So it's one of Rob Liefeld's earlier books, and I love the book. I love how this was starting to take off at that time, although it got a little convoluted as it went along. But great book. Again, I think only selling for about $20. Todd McFarlane gave us Spawn, and here's number 1. However, 1.7 million copies were originally printed and sent out through distribution to comic shops. So this book, almost no value at all above what I paid for it of $1.95. Maybe I can get $6, $10. These are books I'm going to hold on to, not to see if they get more valuable, but because I think these are just some really interesting books to have in your collection if you're looking at the history of comics. However, from 1974, if you are a fan of the Planet of the Apes, Marvel put out a black and white book. This might have been one of their first black and white books, I think. And it is Planet of the Apes number 1. This book right now selling from anywhere from $285 to $1,000 online. This one's a little bent on the end, so it's not perfect condition. I got to say that. Great artwork by Mike Plug and George Tuska. An interview with Rod Serling, who, if you didn't know, wrote the script. Oh my God, the time is out. This has been a great time. Leave your comments again. Remember, subscribe, follow. I love you for listening. My friends, Alka-Seltzior!